Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with a CTV News update. Topic on news tonight, a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed while sitting on his great-grandmother's porch. It happened in Northeast D.C. yesterday, just after 3 p.m. on the 500 block of 48th Place. The teen has been identified as Andre Robertson Jr. Police say that 3 people pulled up in a gold metallic sedan, got out, opened fire. Robertson was shot multiple times and was flown to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The getaway car was discovered hours later on Neptune Avenue in Oxon Hill.
And when I heard what I thought was firecrackers, I was still driving home. But then when I heard someone say run, and then I saw kids running and scattering everywhere.
Now you have to deal with how do you be able to tell the story to young kids, right? And this is something that they'll never forget about. And as some of them are getting ready for quizzes tomorrow, tests tomorrow.
This is a 15-year-old, 15. We're asking for all to come together and let's close this case. Let's end this violence. When is enough?
The 3 suspects remain at large. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call D.C. Police at 202-727-9099. Well, a Largo restaurant remained open last night while a dead body was left in the bathroom for hours. It happened at Jasper's on the 9,000 block of Lotsford Road. Police say they got a call at around 6:30 about a woman who was found unconscious in the bathroom. Medics say she likely died of a heart attack. The owners of the restaurant say they contacted county authorities immediately and followed the protocol by closing off that area of the restaurant to patrons until emergency services arrived. Meantime, police need your help in locating a boy who was last seen with his mother. Take a look at your screen. The little boy is on the right. That's 8-year-old Leighton Whitfield. The woman on the left is his mother, Christian. According to police, the child was last seen getting into a car with his mom yesterday afternoon. Officials say the mother does not have custody of the child, but they don't believe he is in immediate danger. She was driving a dark blue Kia Rondo with Maryland tags 6ES1113. Anyone with information on Leighton's whereabouts is asked to contact police. And in a historic move, the House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection subpoenaed a former president. The panel unanimously voted to subpoena former President Donald Trump yesterday. The vote came at the end of the committee's public hearing yesterday afternoon. The committee says it's looking for documents and testimony from Trump related to the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol.
We are obligated to seek answers directly from the man who set this all in motion. And every American is entitled to those answers, so we can act now to protect our republic. So this afternoon, I am offering this resolution that the committee direct the chairman to issue a subpoena for relevant documents and testimony under oath from Donald John Trump.
Meantime, the U.S. Supreme Court denied Trump's request for a special master to review classified documents from the government that were seized from his Florida resort. Well, as part of his ongoing tour of the state, Governor Larry Hogan, held a press conference to tout the accomplishments of his administration and to announce a new initiative. The governor talked about the many infrastructure and transportation projects across Maryland that he says have created jobs for tens of thousands of people, including 6,500 for the Purple Line alone. But Hogan said inflation and supply chain issues are hampering contractors' ability to find qualified workers.
Today, I am announcing a new Jobs That Build initiative to help provide infrastructure workers with up to $10,000 in incentives for such things as a sign-on or retention bonus, or to pay for a training program, or to help defray child care and housing costs. We're making an initial investment of $15 million into this initiative, which is the very first of its kind in the nation. We expect that this will help bring on thousands of construction workers and ensure that more capital projects are delivered on time and on budget.
Well, the governor wraps up his tour of the state next week. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Coming up, we'll hear from a local author about her new book. Details after the break. Stay tuned.
What is it, Julia? Why are you so excited, honey? Oh, hey, do you want to use your talker? With Julia's autism, using a talker can help her find the words she wants to say.
My dog.
You want to do something with Rose, Julia?
play ball.
Do you want to play catch with Rose? I think Rose is excited to play catch too. Oh, Julia, you show us so many different ways to talk together. Oh, and play. Good catch, Rose. Okay, give Julia the ball. There you go. Okay, throw the ball, Julia. Oh.
For Julia's family, early screening for autism made a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Okay, Julia, there you go. Whoa, another good throw. That's the way.
Welcome back. Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. Rounding out the week, the Maryland Department of Health has identified more than 5,100 new cases so far in Maryland for October. And for the first time this month, the county's positivity rate has dipped below 8% to 7.97%. 63 Marylanders have died of COVID this month, and 439 people are hospitalized. Well, a Prince George's grand jury indicts a man in connection with a sexual assault of a child. The suspect is 42-year-old Alfonso Owens of the District of Columbia. The incident happening in September 2011 in Oxon Hill. Investigators say Owens broke into the home and raped a 10-year-old before fleeing. If found guilty, he faces up to 25 years in prison. He's currently serving a double life sentence, though, for a 2015 home invasion rape in Baltimore. Metro is going on the road with Better Bus, a new initiative to rethink, redesign, and revitalize bus service across the D.C. area. It's the first comprehensive effort in 50 years to reshape the current network. Events will be held across the region to hear from customers and the community. In Prince George's County, the events will be held tomorrow at the Mega Mart in Delphi and on Sunday, October 16th at the Shoppers Food Warehouse in Penn Mar. Both events will take place from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Well, as Hispanic Heritage Month comes to a close, we'd like to highlight one Latina author who has written a book about a dark period in her native country. Claudia Yellen says she hopes to inspire Americans to be proactive in government issues. Patricia Vallone has the story behind the book called The Empty Chair.
In Argentina, there is going to be a trial for the people responsible for the disappearance of one of the members of the family.
Author Claudia Yellen is talking about the premise of her new book. The Argentine native left her homeland during the early 80s, a time known as the Dirty War. That's when a military dictatorship took hold in Argentina and some 30,000 opponents of the regime disappeared, including Yellen's young brother-in-law. Her book, The Empty Chair, mirrors much of her life and events of the time. She started writing it when she became concerned about the deterioration of democratic values and institutions in the U.S.
I decided it was important to share and to raise awareness to people in general and young adults, but in particular, about the importance of participating in civic life and exercising the right to vote to protect democracy, justice, and human rights.
While the book is in memory of her late brother-in-law and others who disappeared, her message is clear: don't take democracy for granted.
I believe that not being political is a political posture in life, and by not being proactive, we allow terrible things to happen.
For CTV News, I'm Patricia Vallone.
Claudia Yellen's book, The Empty Chair, can be found on Amazon. Hispanic Heritage Month ends tomorrow, October 15th. And still ahead, your Friday Sports Report. Back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Us. It's what this country is made of. A helping hand, a shoulder to lean on. Different voices.
Hello.
One sacred bond. But right now, that bond is fraying. Where do we find common ground? How do we get back to us? The why fills the gaps and bridges our divides. Now, more than ever, the why needs your support. Because where there's a why, there's an us. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Football fans, the Commanders secured the win in the Windy City. After yesterday's negative news about the team owner Dan Snyder took most of the attention away from the team. Now, when we focus on the X's and O's, the way the team won might not have been the prettiest, but a win is a win, and the Commanders hope to continue this momentum and bring a win to FedEx Field. The Terps football team is hoping to follow the Commanders' lead tomorrow during their game against the University of Indiana. The team's current record is 4-2 after getting their second loss last game against Purdue. This record puts them at 4th place in the Big Ten Conference. One issue Maryland has had this season is their slow start. During last game, it was very apparent that things did not start to click until the second half. Team leader Jacorian Bennett talks about that issue.
We just gotta, execute better in the first half. I wouldn't say it's like of course, we have like our adjustments, but it's really just execution. Like in the first half, we have to get off the field on third down, We got to stop the run. We got to have good coverage, things of that nature. But in the second half, it's just kind of like when everything just kind of comes together.
The Terps tip off tomorrow at 3:30 p.m., and that is your CTV Sports Update.
Okay, thank you, Laurencia. Well, the 14th Annual American Indian Festival returns to enjoy traditional dance, performances, storytelling, arts and crafts, archery, and much more. Come celebrate tomorrow, October 15th at Pawtuxet River Park in Upper Marlboro from 10 to 4. The event is free for all ages. For more information, visit pgparks.com. Let's get a quick look now at our 3.5-day weather forecast. Tonight, clear with low around 47 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny and warm with a high near 73. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high around 69. And Monday, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain and a high near 69. And that's our news for tonight. We'll see you on Monday. I'm Byron Scott. Have a good weekend.
Hey!